Hi, for today I will be reporting on the different stages of evolution in e-governance. So, the four stages are pure publishing, interactivity, completing transactions, and delivery. So, for pure publishing, this is the actual publication of information on a website for citizens to seek information about procedures and processes. In interactivity, these are the actual online interactions between the government and the client or the public, wherein the clients can download applications for receiving services. In completing transactions, this is the electronic delivery of documents. And lastly, we have delivery, which is the integrated electronic delivery of services. This includes the processing of the request or service. So, paano ba natin ma-visualize more itong four stages of evolution in e-governance? So, currently with the current situation, since we are in a pandemic, while luma na syempre tong e-governance. Ibig ko sabihin, we already have e-governance prior to the pandemic. But I think it is very evident on how we are evolving and adapting to this situation, and government sites and government agencies are improving their services through e-governance. So, pure publishing, ito, even since time immemorial naman, we can see that if we visit a government website, nandun na lahat ng mga information on it, on what, ano ba to, like, yung about button, like, ano ba yung agency na to, ano bang ginagawa niya, how was it mandated, how was it created, on this site, ano bang magagawa ko? For example, I visit Pag-ibig website. How can I create an account? How can I manage my loans or apply for a loan? You will see every bit of information you need on there. So that is what you call pure publishing. Sa interactivity, ito na yung government to citizen service. Kasi, syempre, you're interacting with the government through their website as a citizen. So, for example, when you go to a government website, you will see usually there sa like bottom page or bottom right page, you will see yung contact us widget or button where you will find the contact number or the email address for that agency or for your district. For example, kay naka-divide siya into areas, kung saan ka nakatira, dun yung mahanap mo agad kung saan mo mako-contact. Pero ngayon, since we are adapting a lot of websites have widgets on their websites. For example, meron ng Messenger widget na connected siya with Facebook Messenger, and you can send your queries, inquiries, or other requests on the said widget na parang merong options usually na kunwari automated yung answer. Tapos kapag hindi na nasagot nung automated answer, they will transfer you to a live agent. This widget is very nice kasi 'di ba, parang hindi mo na kailangan, unlike before na you need to wait hours on and for someone to answer the phone from a government agency. Dito parang automated na, you click this if this is your question. Ito na lalabas agad yung information na needed. So, there you go. Yun po yung interactivity. So, completing transaction is the electronic delivery of documents. So, for example, feeling ko ang maganda pong example dito kasi yung sa NBI. Kasi kapag sa NBI, pwede kang mag-schedule online you can schedule your appointment online because usually there's a long waiting time for you to get an NBI clearance, especially here in the province. So when you go to their website and apply for a schedule, and after you fill up the pertinent information on the application form, you will usually get a reference number or a reference number or ID, and that is the actual electronic delivery of the document you need. So, yun, kasi syempre electronic na. So, yun lang yung soft copy noon, or for example, sa ibang website, sa email siya dadiretso, yun na yung completing transaction nung request mo. So, etong delivery, paano ba tong delivery na electronic? Makakakuha ka ba ng service sa mismong internet lang, ganun? Ang sinasabi po dito, for example, nag-process ka ng request ng refund, or yung kanina, nag-process ka ng request for a copy of your NBI, that is actual delivery of your, na-process na yung request mo. For another example would be if you request for a copy of your birth certificate, marriage certificate, same banana, parang, 'di ba, parang mag-online ka lang tapos you can actually have it delivered to your house through the online website. So less hassle and very convenient for those who are able. Kasi syempre dahil electronic at hindi mo na kailangang pumila na, hindi siya parang, talagang mas mahal siya than yung actual process kasi siguro for convenience fee na rin, and syempre yung delivery fee to your house. Ayun. So next, you will see here the 4 critical stages on EGovernment evolution. On the y-axis, we have delivering value to citizens, and the x-axis, on the other hand, shows the complexity of the implementation and technology. So, eto, yung web presence, wherein agency websites provide citizens with information. Well, syempre may value naman yun kasi information pa rin naman yun about the agency. Hindi pa siya super complex kasi syempre nandun lang naman siya, hindi naman gumagalaw or whatnot. So parang very simple pa to for ICT standards, I guess. Next, so limited interactions. Intranets link departments that allow for email contact, access, online databases, and downloadable forms. So, ito, kasi syempre merong extra widgets or extra programs, or kunwari, yun nga, parang nakalink ka to other websites or other softwares, mas complex na siya. And then, pa-complex siya ng pa-complex, syempre, as you can see dun sa pa-x-axis. Kasi yung susunod dun, yung delivery, wherein, kasi, eto, kasama nito yung mga automated applications, yung issue of certificates, pag nagre-renew ng licenses, yung last niyan yung transformation wherein all stages of transactions using payments or electronic payments using other platforms, and if they are partnering with other merchants, yan, pa-complex ng pa-complex yung paggamit ng technology kasi syempre marami kang ginagamit na different software, and yun pa nga mas nagiging complex kasi if you're partnering up with third-party merchants, for example, yung sa NBI, 'di ba, kapag pwede kang magbayad sa GCash, sa 7-Eleven, ganyan. So, imbis na diretso na alam mo yun, parang even, well, actually, even yung mga naka-charge to card or credit cards or account agad, complex na siya talaga. So, makikita nyo dito na hindi lang basta-basta din na magkaroon ng e-governance na hindi basta-basta yung mag-practice ng e-governance kasi a lot comes with it. So, e-government comprises an alignment of ICT infrastructures, institutional reform, business processes, and service content towards the provision of high-quality and value-added e-services to citizens and businesses. E-government services require relaxation of time, place, and other accessibility constraints and compliance to architectural principles such as through one-stop services and live event orientations. So, ito you can see na this government and e-governance na sinasabi is not just puro internet lang. This includes all of the madaming factors which affects it. For example, yan yung mga ICT infrastructure. I believe this includes all of your third-party merchants, syempre, kasi syempre, they form part of your payment system. Yung institutional reform, well, you can't shift to e-governance without it, kasi syempre, kung walang reforms on your agencies, paano mo nga i-implement yung bago, 'di ba? So, ayun, isasama mo rin dito yung mga business processes na obviously, ito kasi syempre yung mga request sa mga government agencies na ipaprocess mo, like mag-request ka ng certificates or whatnot. It's part of this na sinasabi mo na business processes. Kasi syempre, this form part of their income. Maganda sigurong example din dito na kasama sa business processes yung actual registration for a business. For example, you want to register your business name in DTI. This is digital now and you can pay through GCash. Agad-agad pwede ka nang mag-register ng sarili mong business name online. And it will take you in less than 15 minutes, I feel like. In less than an hour, you can register your name agad-agad sa DTI. Ganun na kabilis yung process. Unlike dati na pupunta ka sa mga one-stop shop, yun yung katulad nga yan, yung infrastructures kasama sa ICT infrastructures, yung mga one-stop shop kasi syempre nandun lahat ng mga government agencies na required, for example in yun nga registering a business. Ayun. Tapos yung next doon, syempre yung service content, yung hindi lang to yung syempre yung nasa website, yung actual services na binibigay, hindi lang dapat nagsa-stop there. Kasi syempre, kung kung yun lang yung alam mo yun, parang hindi lang talaga stop there kasi dapat may innovations lagi. Parang dapat we continue to improve to better our service to the public. So next slide, this is an evolutionary e-governance model. Ayan, makikita nyo po dito na yung e-governance, ito yung pinaka main thing, tapos small thing lang yung e-government. E-governance subsumes e-government. Kasi the concept of governance generally refers to the task of running a government or any appropriate entity for that matter. So basically, as you can see sa illustration, governance is a broader notion than government. This involves the interaction between the formal institutions and those in civil society. Makikita nyo po dito, in e-governance, we have e-participation. So, okay, balik tayo. So, sa e-governance, makikita nyo dyan na ang goal niyan is to provide good governance through responsive, inclusive, participatory, and representative decision-making. Responsive, yung sa public, nakakatulong. Inclusive, na you have to make this e-governance or your public service available to all. Participatory, which means, ito na yung mga parang kunwari, civic society, ganyan. Yung hindi lang siya confined in their tasks, parang lumalabas din sila to see the actual yung current situation and representative of decision making. Kasi with this, you will see yung mga needs ng tao, not only through the feedback or whatnot, pero yung records ba ng ano yung mga nire-request ng tao, bakit ang daming nagre-request ng tao ng mga ganito. For example, kunwari sa loans, bakit ang daming nagre-request ng mga taong ganito. So, nakakatulong yun na makapag-measure kasi nagre-report naman, siyempre na nagre-report sa national government yan. So, pag nakita na nagsa-spike yung mga ganitong data, siyempre makikita nila na, maybe umaayos yung economy kasi ganito, ganyan yung data. Parang ganun yung thought. So, in e-governance, we have e-participation. Ito na yung sinasabi na nga na this is the interaction between the institution itself, agency to agency, government to government, government to businesses, government to citizens, and citizens to citizens. Hindi lang yung mismong government and citizens yung nag-i-interact kasi syempre with e-governance dapat cohesive lahat yung mga interagency, mga ganyan. And governance, kasi governance refers to a process whereby elements in society will power authority and influence and enact policies and decisions concerning public life. So, governance is not just the authority and it's not just having the power or whatnot. They have the job to make policies for the public. Kaya yan, meron tayong involved dyan yung mismong government to citizens. Ganyan. this is the participation din nung mismong citizens to the government. Kasi syempre, actually yung mga feedback forms na ganyan, totoong ginagamit yan kasi sa office namin, talagang pinapas yung mga feedback form na naiipon dun sa office. So, within that e-participation, we have e-government. Ito na yung, these are the back office operations or interoperability, the civic tech or frontline services, where the goal is transparency and efficiency and accountability in their services. This also includes policy, security, and implementation. So, later matatakal natin kung ano nga bang difference ng governance at e-government. Pero technically, the e-government is the people in e-governance. So within that, we have the ICT or Web 2. This is the information and communication infrastructure, third-party applications, social networking technologies, and mobile networking technologies. Ito na yung na-example ko kanina na yan na yung mismong mga websites and their third-party applications like Facebook Messenger, which counts for social networking technologies na rin yun. And for mobile networking technologies, I think these widgets also form part of that. Pero, of course, we have text messaging pa rin as a means of communication between the agency. So, feeling ko, pasok din yun. Okay. Next, we have e-government versus e-governance. So, ano nga bang difference nito? Because a lot of people use it interchangeably without, kasi syempre hindi naman siguro lahat nagigets yung actual meaning nito. So, what is e-government and e-governance? E-government refers to the implementation of ICT like internet to improve government activities and processes. E-government aims of increasing transparency, efficiency, and citizen involvement in the various government schemes, operations, and processes. Hence, it speeds up the justice delivery system in the country. In e-governance, this refers to the utilization of information and communication technology in providing government services, disseminating information, communication operations with the general public. So yun, makikita natin na dito, yung isa, yun yung actual people in it, tapos yung isa, yun yung processes. So, kasi e-government is the application. This is the system, the actual system. Kapag sa e-government, there is one-way communication. And then sa e-government, they are concerned in the delivery of outcomes. Sa e-governance, makikita nyo yung difference nila. Okay, so yun yung isa, yung application ng ICT. Yung isa, yung use ng mismong ICT. Sa e-governance, it is the functionality, yung e-government system. Sa e-governance, two-way communication na to kasi syempre, you include nga yung government to government, yun yung interactivity, nandito siya nakapaloob sa governance, wherein sa government, kasi since they are the system, they deliver yung yung mga policies or implement yung policies. Hindi katulad ng e-governance kasi kumbaga yung e-governance, yun yung abstract. Yung e-government, yun yung makikita mo kasi they are the actual people on it. In it. Ayun. So, e-governance has been defined as an all-encompassing term. It is the process of enabling transactions between concerned groups and the environment through multiple channels by linking all transaction points, enforcing or implementation points, and repositories of data using information and communications technologies to improve the efficiency, transparency, and accountability and effectiveness of a government. So, hindi naman nakalagay sa syllabus, pero I think it is worthy to note the benefits of e-government. The first one, it ensures greater level of efficiency and effectiveness in government activities and operations. It improves access of information and government reach to the general public. Third, it ensures the transparency in the operation of government programs. Fourth, improving the quality of public services. And lastly, it increases communication between various government agencies. So, first, so dito sa e-governance, makikita nyo naman, and I think if you have been on a website and have had services catered or delivered to you, makikita nyo dito na mas effective kasi syempre, mas effective and efficient kasi syempre, online ka lang kahit nasa bahay ka, nagawa mo na, hindi ka na nag-commute, di ka na pumila or whatnot, ganyan. Tapos since it's on the internet lang, mas accessible kasi nga hindi ka na nga tumravel kung nasa malayo ka. When you have access to the internet, you won't need to go pa nga dun sa office. Tapos yung transparency, kami since yun nga, yung as said earlier, all of our financial statements are posted on our website, which is accessible to the public, na makikita nyo ito yung funds na nagamit and stuff. Ito yung funds na makikita nyo yung flow hindi naman yung actual daily flow, pero like yung annually, andun yung mga FS na makikita nyo, ito yung napaggamitan and stuff ng pera. And I feel like all of the government agencies are mandated to post these as well. So, ayun, with that, syempre, nag-i-improve yung quality ng public services, especially yung communication between various government agencies. Talagang may increase kasi syempre hindi na kailangan mag-resort to snail mail. Though, formally, yung mga formal communications, ginagamitan pa rin ng snail mail kasi syempre parang legally parang served na yung, kunwari for example, it is a notice. Legally, after 5 days, considered as delivered na yun. Lalo na kung syempre may nag-receive. Or kapag may nag-receive agad, considered na deliver na siya. So, eto, yung e-government na sinasabi na to, syempre, nakatulong na virtually na lang lahat na parang one click na send mo na, hindi na maghihintay ng courier or whatnot. So, what is the benefits of e-governance then? There is revenue growth. It enhances transparency, efficiency, accountability, and citizen participation. There would be cost reduction, guides the government to make improvement in the key areas, citizen empowerment through access to information, and increases the reach of the government to the last beneficiary. Most of these were already discussed in my previous slides. So, I guess, parang na-reiterate lang kung ano yung mismong benefit niya. So I hope you guys learned a lot from my report. And I am reporting together with Miss Franz Chelim Esquivel, and that ends po my report. Thank you, and when you can, please get back and please register to vote.